Hello YouTube and welcome to another edition of the Gravestone Pros here at North Country Memorials. So glad that you have joined us today. I don't know what's going to go on. I just know that we're going to have some fun. We're probably going to make some headstones, set some headstones, blast some headstones. You never know. Either way, it's going to be a great time. So come along. Are working on some cleaning today. I ordered and got a 5-gallon pail of D2 solution. We are going to need to get a spout for this. Dad's got the cap right here and he's gonna go look and see. There's like a little cutout thing in there for, looks like kind of a universal kind of spout hookup. So I'm gonna see if we can acquire one of those in town. All right, I'm back home with my little treasure. Christian's was going to get monuments ready for me, but he got interrupted before I even left at customer, which is good. We love having customers come, making sales. Obviously, that's what keeps us in business. And this couple we've been working with. So happy to finalize things. All right, we'll it's not real exciting. It's just putting this back on the drum. So let's see if she fits. All right, this top, I think I gotta cut this out first. Looks kind of like a little punch out. It's possible. We'll try it. It's possible it'll just... It looks like it's just got a little bit of a... No. No. Not going to punch. This doesn't go far enough, so... I got thinking about it, like... John Deere place might have it, might have this kind of stuff. Possible local hardware would have it. I know I already said that Tractor Supply maybe would. The problem with these is you gotta turn them, but not too tight. Then the problem is you gotta tighten your lid and then get it. Do you want to put tape on it, or does it not really need it because it's plastic? I don't know. How do we get stuff spilled out? I mean, turned it around. Covered. Yeah. Oh, when this came off, there was stuff on it. So. Yep. Perfect. Well, let's see. All right. I'll go grab my bottle. I don't see any leaks. Release a little air up here. Did you do anything with this? Because this is totally closed. Oh, it is? No, yep. I didn't realize it. All right. It's got to be poked. Here you go. Just a bit of a hole. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time. Yeah, you got to be careful with that knife. Don't break off the blade. You sucked on that a little bit. Might come out. Yeah. I bet. Anyways, all right. There we go. It's just too big for... Yeah, beautiful. Okay, well, we got funnels. We got somebody else here. And you got another customer. All right, Dad has gone to grab some stuff. We are on hold. I got pulled away with a customer, and now I'm back out here. And I was just helping before I go to do some cleaning here, helping the guys get some of these ready. We got a bunch of these on the other day, and then now they all got paneled. And so there's a whole lineup of them here ready to go. And the first one is in the booth over there. So Dad is going to be busy doing some engraving the rest of the day, as I head out to do a little bit of this cleaning. Worked good, but it just got foamy. Got just a little spillage here. Just want to take a second to say, if you are enjoying our channel and you have not subscribed, that is the best way to support us and show us that you like it. So please hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell if you like. I'm not a bell hitter, but I hear some people are. We'd appreciate it. I have got that bottle filled. Gonna grab myself a brush, stick it in the motorcycle, and we will head out to get a few of these jobs all done. All right, before I take off here, I wanted to kind of show you what's going on in the shop. Dad was ready to blast and had started blasting stuff in here, getting stuff going, and then the blaster was just not moving like it normally did. It was going real slow, and he wasn't sure quite what was going on. He just knew it wasn't working like it should be, and he had gotten one little one done. Where's that one? That one's over there. But he was not able to get the rest done. And so we're not sure what exactly was going on. And he finally figured out we did not have any air coming out of our hoses, and that the air compressor that runs the movement on that was not working. So he called the guy that worked on it last time, and the electrician said, maybe try and change a breaker. Maybe that'll do it. So they got a new breaker, put a new breaker in, but that did not do it either. So as we make our way through, we'll go out here where our compressor room is. So there's our normal compressor for running sandblasting. And then our air conditioner that runs the rest of the shop is right back in here. And we figured out that this is not running well. So we're going to have to get a new motor for that right there. We probably will not have to buy a whole Ingersoll Rand one. The guy that we talked to suggested getting a Harbor Freight one, which I did not like the idea of. Not a big fan of Harbor Freight tools. But he was saying that if you buy their motor and it does happen to break, buy their little warranty thing. It's way cheaper, and if you do have issues, they'll replace it free of charge without any hassle. So that may be the direction that we go, but that's going to have to get fixed in order to run the automatic blaster again. So little work to do on that, but that's how she goes. Always little snags and things, you know. We had a lot of production stuff set up, ready to go. Have even a bunch more sitting here ready to get stenciled, but you know, we've got several of them. Boom, boom, boom. Another one there. A few more. I don't know if you can see out over there, but a few more stones over here. We were hoping to have a good bunch of these done today. But alas, all we got done for production was a little marker, and that's just part of how it goes. So, you know, you take your wins and you take your losses. Not much you can do about them. So that's how it is. Anyways, let's get out to the cemetery and get these cleanings done. We made it to the cemetery here. I realized just as I was pulling in, I could hear the camera beeping, and the battery had died, which means it probably stopped recording just a second before I pulled in here. But I got my cleaner, and we're going to come over here to this stone. Now, this stone was already cleaned ahead of time. It was power washed, and it should be pretty well clean. But I like to, now that we have this D2, I like to hit it with that just in case there's any stains. And okay, so this is a good example. You can see there's just a little bit of stuff, not much on it, but just a little bit. And so I'm going to use this, and we're just gonna spray those spots where there's a little bit of staining coming through this top here. I want a little more of a stream. There we go. That way I can target. And of course the bottom of the base. And then you can scrub with this stuff as well. But I've found that if it's already been power washed and there's just that little bit of stuff on there, just spraying it down with this will do the rest of that stain removal without really any more scrubbing required. So I have found this D2 just works so well. For this one, that is all I needed to do. Very simple. Very easy job to do. Here is a very rare mist black that we did. Has an etching on it. Did not do very many mist black, and certainly not a lot with etching, but that's actually looking pretty good. That etching's holding up decent. That's the difference between, we did a laser etching one time on a mist black stone, and when the paint of the etching came off, because they always paint them when they laser them, when that paint came off, there was so little contrast, it looked like there was nothing there. The customer actually called me and said, the etching is gone, it's disappeared. And I went out and I understood why she said that. If you got real close and looked, you could see it, but man, it was hard to tell that it was even ever etched. You could still see remnants and if you got real close, but it was very difficult to see. So we ended up having to replace that stone for her at our cost. We did a jet black stone and we did a regular hand etched rather than a laser etched. And she was very happy, I think, with the outcome. It was a great expense for me, but it just seemed right. We should have never sold her a laser etching on a mist black. So won't make that mistake again for sure. And the things you learn little by little. So we are off to the next cemetery. The next one has been cleaned as well, but the next one is going to need just a little bit of scrubbing on it yet. So I'm going to give her a little scrub as well as the D2 treatment. So I won't be able to put the thing back on because I actually busted my tripod, so that's not working. Well, actually my holder that clips onto the tripod. But anyways, we'll get you set up though again when we get over there. You can see the stone that I'm working on. I just got a call, a couple shout outs here. Just got a call just as I was getting here from our good buddy Sven. He's a monument guy down in Pennsylvania. We've probably talked about him before, but anyways, Sven, if you're watching, hopefully that mineral spirits worked good for you and got the stone clean for you. He was having issues, he said, with the orange cleaner, just was not getting the filler off, and he was on site somewhere, so he was at a hardware store looking for some mineral spirits and called to just double check, make sure that was the right stuff. So hopefully you found some, and hopefully that turned out good for you. And that's how she goes. Also, my dad wanted to give a shout out to Neil from England, and we'll get Dad to say what he wants to on that. But Neil, if you're watching this, I looked up your website after you chatted with Dad there and was looking and figured out where you are in Maidenhead. And I actually was in England in 2010, and I stayed in Maidenhead for about 5 days. Have a friend that lived there and stayed there. Me and my brother were there, and we had a great time. Went to a few local pubs and had a good time. But I'll never forget, one of your local pubs there in Maidenhead is the new home to my scarf. I had bought a scarf on that trip, and man, I loved it. It was a beautiful knit scarf, and I left it in one of your pubs. So if you come across it, just mail it out to me. Anyways, I'm going to head to the next cemetery, guys. We'll pick up there. All right. So we've got her looking pretty good. Still a little bit of staining that D2 is going to take the rest of it out. A little bit on the side there, but But I will have to check back on this obviously another day, make sure that everything is as we want it. But really, I'm quite happy. You didn't get to see this stone and what it looked like on day one, but it was pretty rough looking, so I'm glad to have it cleaned up, looking much better. And maybe just one final trip. I don't know how many trips are made out to this stone, but it might have the record for the most for a cleaning job. So she's looking good. That's gonna be it for me. We got her. Kind of a hot day here. I am feeling the heat. The other cemetery is in the shade a lot. Not as much shade here in this one. So anyways, gonna pack these things back in. I'm gonna put my helmet on, head back down the road. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this edition of the Gravestone Pros here in North Country Memorials. We will see you all next time.